Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat.
Greetings, football lovers, football fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Ballchat Weekly. My name is Benton, along with George Jr. Yo, what's going on with your baller Mohamed Salah over Liverpool, Jr.?
We'll talk about that.
How you doing, family?
I'm good, Good. Yeah, today's show will be fiery.
Well, I mean, big up to all the Liverpool fans. I want to invite them in to express their views and their opinions, because we really need to figure out what exactly is going on over Anfield. During today's episode. At least it's nice to hear the thoughts of the Liverpool fans, if they so choose, Junior.
Yeah.
All right, BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly. It's a weekly football show. We recap some of the week's major news in the world of football. On today's show, we have EPL review. There's going to be a lot of focus on the comments made by Mohamed Salah after the Leeds game yesterday. We'll take a look at Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Look at the EPL table. La Liga, Celta Vigo upsetting Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu. We'll take a look at that, the landscape of La Liga. Jamaica Football Report, a.k.a. Yawd Ballas. Jamaica Premier League is back. We'll look at the Premier League, the latest scores. And we'll also look at Rudolph Austin being promoted to being or hired to be the under-20 coach of the young Reggae Boys. Junior, we're not wasting any more time. Let's get to it. By the way, big up to all the subscribers and listeners. Thank you always for joining us. Smash the like button. Tell us how you feel about the content, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Share with a friend. Junior, all right, let's get to it. EPL scores. Let's start there. EPL scores this weekend. Some good games. Some very good games.
Yeah, I mean, we can start off right off the bat with Aston Villa and Arsenal, and another coach making what I would start calling the Maresca mistake. We talk about that.
The Maresca mistake. 2-1. Aston Villa defeated Arsenal in that game, family. What is the Maresca mistake? And which coach made the Maresca mistake?
Unai Emery. When asked if Aston Villa is in the title race or they're title contenders or whatever, and Unai Emery flat out said no. It talked to me if it was week 39 or whatever.
Yeah, if it was week 35. Yeah, if it was much, 35, yeah.
I was very disappointed to hear that. While he's not wrong, there are some things to me that the coach should not be the one that says it. You hire somebody else to talk common sense. Coaches should be extraordinary, extra in their thought process. Jose Mourinho, a la Pep Guardiola, when them start talk, you be brash with some of the things that you're saying. I think that took away from a great Aston Villa win. To hear Unai Emery say that basically it was luck. That's basically what he said. We were lucky. We earned our luck, but we were lucky. That's how I interpret what he said.
Someone has been called a boaty here on BCN Sports for not being affirmative in terms of supporting a team. This sort of statement I kind of go back and forth on, and here's why. I remember a few years, Jurgen Klinsmann, when he coached the U.S. men's national team, said that, to paraphrase, that U.S. men's national team wasn't a World Cup contender, wasn't going to win the World Cup, or something to that effect.
Right.
And at the time, I thought, well, this is crazy. It's crazy for a manager to say these things and being, But, fast forward now to this Unai Emery statement, right? And a part of it is, why lie to us and tell us that you guys are in a title race, right? We know, so you're not in a title race. Why lie to us and lie to your players?
What? Seriously? That's
No,
a
I
serious
mean,
question.
because the honesty about it, they don't have the depth of the Man City or Arsenal of the world. He did say that, talk to me if this was week 35. Yes, we could be having this conversation. But most importantly, I think he doesn't want his players to get caught or distracted by any sort of notion that they're in the EPL title race. He wants to focus on
And
one game.
and okay, all right. So, for the record, I don't think there's a wrong or a right approach. I think the approach is just the approach. At the end of the day, you just have to be consistent, right? But for the sake of argument, and this is where I'm going to play radio, I am going to stick to the side of manifesting what you want and speaking it into existence. I'm going to err on the side of that. If you are in the top three, all right, if you're in the top three at Christmas, why should your fans not expect you to try to win? Which, granted, I know. I won't play radio. Granted, Unai Emery did not say they will not try to win. He didn't say that, and that would have been a different conversation.
Yes.
So I'll give him that. So I'm not playing radio right now. I'm being honest.
Yes.
I'll give him that. He himself is being honest.
Yeah.
However, I would side on the side of I will err on the side of let's go for it. Let's not speak negativity in our existence. Because as a competitor, you are speaking negativity, are speaking negatively when you say we are not title contenders.
Got you.
So that's where I side.
And a part of it, I think, in the landscape of this discussion is that Unai Emery or Enzo Maresca, and again, Jurgen Klinsmann, made the similar comments that I mentioned earlier with U.S. men's national team years ago. It's a given that these individuals want to win. They took the job to win, whether it's a World Cup, win the Premier League in the sense of Maresca and Unai Emery. This is obvious, But when a reporter now asks, boy, if you're in a title race, I mean, the man, I can understand the sentiment, say, certain teams have resources and invested a certain amount to win the title. Week 13, week 15, not talk to me about no title race. Because come in August, you never talk to me about title race. Not because we're on a hot streak right now. Yeah, forward, you essentially squeezing me into this box, and I don't want my players to get distracted by it. I want Ollie Watkins, Emi Bondia, and others to solely focus on the next football game. So you now come around to come out of my head about title race. Carry that over Arsenal.
And if he had said it that way, I would say good for you, because that is that Maresca like. That to me is the perfect way to say it.
And this is probably part of the problem that is burdening Arsenal. Because we can look at it the other side too. Maybe this idea of always competing for this title and being vocal about it, maybe that's part of the problem why Arsenal may or may not win this Premier League this year.
No, Arsenal may or may not win this Premier League this year because of their play.
Listen,
simple.
You always highlighted something. And I always circle back to this phrase that you mentioned. It's one thing to be the hunted and be a hunter. When you have a bullseye on your back, if you declare that I am in the title race, and Unai Emery, if Unai Emery did that yesterday, then no, a Man City or whosoever said, all right, we need to watch out for them boy when we play them. So there's to be the extra level of preparation because you know them are legit.
That's true, but I know that's their intention. But you should assume that is every team's intention until reality starts setting in. But I get what you're saying, and it's two sides of the same coin. We're just coming from two different perspectives, and I don't think there's right or wrong.
Yeah.
There's not a right or wrong. But if I was in the locker room, I would receive that differently than how you would receive it.
Yeah.
And me hearing that is hearing now, maybe I don't have to go into a tackle as hard as I would have.
Yeah.
Because that's not so it depends on the personality of the players, and boy, it's a hard thing because while I might not go in the tackle as hard, my next teammate that is beside me might play a little bit harder because he has less pressure on him.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
is why it rough. But for the game though, it was a very good football game.
Very good football game. I will say, before we focus on the actual game on the field, I will say that behind closed doors, I expect Unai Emery should be demanding and telling these players, like, look, what I say in the public space or in a media setting is one thing, but Ronnie and so, evidently we want to win the Premier League. It would be nice to win the Premier League. But focus on the job, and that we are work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why
Regarding
not us?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Junior.
Why not us? That should be his
Yes.
sentiment.
Yes. All right, regarding this game, it ended 2-1 for Aston Villa. Emi Bondia scored in the 95th and 96th minutes thereabout. Is there any excuse for Football Club Arsenal or Arsenal Football Club with the fact that they started Jurian Timber at centre back, started Ben White at right back, injuries upon injuries in the defensive side of things? Do you give any sort of credence to that potential excuse?
I don't even think they need to use as an excuse. It is what it is. You have injuries. It is well known and well documented. Their two best centre backs are out. The starting centre backs are out, and it is a one game. The thing is when we start questioning, or when I will start questioning Arsenal, is if they do the proverbial lose one game twice. You lose today, all right. It wasn't our day. You lose yesterday, it wasn't our day. We get over it, we'll move on to the next match. If you turn up the next game and carry that loss over into that game and it affects you the next game, then we have a problem. But the hindsight of which player start from which player, I don't think there was any glaring errors by Mikel Arteta. It just played out that way for them. I want to also remember, Arsenal did fight back. It's not like years past with Arteta not reacting or not being proactive. It was always reactionary and sometimes even late. Arteta threw the dices early, make the substitutions early, went at the game, and Trossard instantly rewarding him with a tying goal. And there were times when Arsenal kept pushing, but Aston Villa just always maintained that little threat to keep Arsenal at bay. And I would say it was a lucky goal they scored. It's a good finish. It was a lucky goal. And if me and Arsenal, or whatever, we'll draw the game, we'll lose the game, okay, we'll make up for it next time, or we'll keep it moving.
To that end, though, I want to ask you this. Like, and we'll get to other results here. We don't want to dwell too much on Arsenal. Eberechi Eze was subbed at halftime. Your big name, big money transfer. Put yourself in Eberechi Eze's shoes. Any issues there, Junior? Usually a man who gets sub at halftime and really kind of soft soap ballers. You know, see General getting subbed at halftime. Let's just be emphatic about that. You don't, players that you game changers don't get subbed at halftime, even if they're playing badly. Because you know it just takes that special moment for them to give you something differently.
Yeah, but it happens.
Yeah, but
it happens.
So Eberechi Eze played out left. Was it the wrong side of the field to play him? I mean, he was nullified in the game and then you just take him off?
It just wasn't his day. I mean, players can have a bad game, And I don't even think he had a bad game per se. I think big up to Lee Lee, the brother, the
Lee
pundit on
Dixon.
NBC, Lee Dixon. And Lee Dixon spoke at the post match, and
Yeah,
he
they had
talked
the
about
former Arsenal player and very
former
vocal
Arsenal player,
Arsenal
yeah.
fans.
And ironically, the former Arsenal wingback
Yes.
spoke about the wingback decisions and how the way how Arteta deployed them kind of took away from the space of Eze. I, that again is hindsight, reactionary. And sometimes it's just a simple answer. He just had a bad game. He just wasn't up to it, and we move on.
All right.
That's how I would look at it.
Yeah.
Though, if we see a trend, a la Florian Wirtz, a la Mo Salah, then we have to come back and say, all right, was this money well spent? But yeah, I'm surprised people don't start asking about Gyökeres and when will Gyökeres start scoring? But I
No,
guess
the only reason why people don't ask, I think, because the team I win.
no. The only reason why people don't
I
ask.
think.
Well, I'm going to tell you the reason why people don't ask. Because Alexander Isak isn't scoring.
You're setting up all the segue up you're setting up all these things to
It's
get over
called
to
a layup, sir.
Liverpool. Let's get over to this Liverpool. Big up to Geraldo Haynes, big up to BM, big up family. This is BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly, the show where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. We're doing our EPL roundup. Smash the like button, tell a friend about the show. Let's get to it, family. Liverpool versus Leeds game ended 3-3, but the fallout and the Mohamed Salah comments after the game is probably bigger story than the game itself. Junior, before you get into the Mohamed Salah story, the Leeds game, I mean, this 3-3 game, Liverpool was up 2-0. How is this possible? In the 96th minute, you have Ayo Tanaka free like a bird in the tree at the back post.
Maybe by how it happened. He veers off the defender and finds some open space, got the ball and pirouette and finish it.
Well, thank you for telling me how.
Yeah, but you ask how. That is how.
I mean, how is that possible? And then I guess the next question answer from you is like, well, it's possible because he moved away from his defender.
Yeah, and it happened. It's possible because it happened.
3-3.
But so 3-3 after drawing with who? Southampton? Southampton? No, Southampton.
No, they're Sunderland. They drew Sunderland in the middle of the week with an own goal from Mukeli.
Yeah. So
the Sunderland player.
Look, every week, clearly something is going on in the locker room. We talk about it weeks and week in a couple weeks ago and kind of chronicled it. We're not privy to what is really going on. But clearly, something is going on in the locker room. And I feel Arne Slot is the poster child for everything that is wrong at Liverpool. I don't think it's his fault, but I think he's a lightning rod for the blame. And the results just make it worse. Now, if everything was okay with the squad, I don't think the results would change. I think we would have the same results. We would just be talking about players' age. We'll be talking about players' ability going down, talking about players being tired because they played all these games every year. The rhetoric would have been different. I don't think what is going on in the locker room is affecting the scores. I really don't think so. It is just low-hanging fruit. And I said on this show last week, 2 weeks ago, I said, big up Jamie Carragher for calling out Mohamed Salah for not talking. And I ran with that point from Carragher where he said that last year when Liverpool was winning, around this time, Mohamed Salah just kept chirping. Yeah, we won, but remember them don't give me a new contract and I'm disgruntled. Right? That was That was that was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That
as
was
he
2
was
years
getting
ago.
ready for the extension. Yeah, man. He
Right,
was kept saying like, look, we don't know about if this is gonna be my last game, blah blah blah.
right,
Or this is
right,
my last season because they were working at the extension. Yeah.
right. And then Jamie Carragher said, "Where's that Salah? Why I'm not talking now? The team is not playing well. You are one of the leader. You're normally boisterous. How you so quiet?" Well, Jamie Carragher and company, and me included, there you go. He got to talk now. Um, Mohamed Salah, he spoke out of emotion, but he didn't speak out of sense. And I don't think I don't think what he did is rooted in common sense. And what I think he did now is give honest slot for those who will still like him or want to support him. He has given honest slot on those supporters now. Here's where the problem is. So ironically, the man come out and talk about them throwing him under the bus, when it's really him come out and jump in front of the honest slot bus to get run over. The bus was clearly heading for honest slot, clearly heading for Florian Wirtz, clearly heading for Alexander Isak, and Mohamed Salah said, "No," and jump right in front of it. Now I said, "Run over me now, people, because here it is. I'm now the lightning rod for the issues." I don't think it was smart by Salah. I don't think so.
It's kind of this comment, this article, the statements from this article. This is from ESPNFC.com. Quote, "It's not acceptable to be fair," Salah said. "If I was somewhere else, every club would protect its players. No, it's throw Mo under the bus because he's a problem in a team. I don't think I'm a problem. I am not fighting for my position every day because I have earned it. I am not bigger than the club. I am not bigger than anything, but I have earned it."
But I'm curious to know, when was this interview done? Like, when was this quote done?
This was done immediately after the game. So you have a player mix zone where the media is, lurking, looking for man who walk past as they exit figure out. And so people are trying to get interviews. And Mohamed Salah normally not stop and talk to people unless there's a pre-scheduled interview. But
Right.
this one in the mix zone, you're media man, you're there media zone, you're there mix zone all the time. So you know how it go in the mix zone. And so he spoke his mind in the mix zone. He said, quote,
Wasn't smart.
"It is what it is. In football, you never know, but I don't accept this situation. I've done so much for this club. I am sorry. I love Erling Haaland because I love him. I am the current top scorer in the Premier League. Win the league in style. Absolutely, it hurts. What I've done, it hurts. I know the club well. I've been here for many years. Tomorrow, former player and now pundit Jamie Carragher is going to criticize me, but that is fine."
You chat too much. You chat too much. Shut the hell up. You talk one day too early. You chat too much. Simple. Just shut up. You did it. Bedtime. Seriously, did you need to say that?
All right, Junior, I'm a play devil's advocate on this one a little bit,
All right, go ahead.
He says, I've just got you in his comments. He says, "I've done so much for the club. I love the fans so much. I love the club. I don't know what is next. I'm scoring more than anyone in this generation since I came to the Premier League. I don't think anyone else scored more. Can I give an example? It's silly. Harry Kane was not scoring for 10 games. Maybe got one or two. Everyone in the media was, Harry will score for sure. Now it is, Mo needs to be on the bench. I don't know if someone wants me out. Don't put words in my mouth, please. It's just how it feels. I asked, but don't see an explanation. I knew I wasn't going to play. It's just take it and swallow it. Arn told me yesterday, I had a meeting yesterday. He knows my feelings." Asked if he regrets signing the contract. Salah says, "How bad?" I have to answer that. Even the question hurts. I will never regret signing for this club. I thought I was signing and ending my career here. No, this is not according to the plan. In my head, why it should end this way. 5 months ago, I was winning awards. Now, why this direction? Everyone in the team is not in this form. Junior, and he said a lot. I mean, all right. You said at the top, you said this is a man who spoke out of emotions, and I agree. There's a lot of emotions riddled in the sentiment, and a part of it, I understand it. No, he's going to have to suffer the consequences of those talk. I always say, you can say what you want to say. A man, there's nothing in this perspective or in this life about a man can't say what he want to say. Like this notion of cancel culture or whatever, is kind of BS. A man can say and have said what they want to say, and the customers and the fans and the people then subsequently can move and decide to do what they want to do. So this cancel thing is foolishness to me, because people say what they want to say. And Mohamed Salah has said his piece. No, to that end, Mohamed Salah, by saying that piece, will have to live with the ramifications of what he said. No, what are the potential ramifications? This might mean that Mohamed Salah not play for Liverpool again. That could be the ramification of that decision, of those comments. And Mohamed Salah, if he just live with it. I said here last week on BCN Sports, big up to Cameroon. Yo, love. We discussed last week about Liverpool and the struggles that they've had this season. And they played West Ham last weekend, and they defeated West Ham. And I said at the time, this is crazy to me that you're winning against a bug side and you can't give Mohamed Salah 15 or 20 minutes. I said that last week. And the reason why, because I think that he's been an integral part of what you have accomplished. We know Mohamed Salah is not going to sit there and take this lightly, because I didn't expect him to play in the game against Sunderland. It's a game against West Ham, against a bug side, where everybody I try to get them strength or get them confidence back. Give him a 15 or 20 minutes and let him try to regain some confidence. Because you as a franchise have given him an extension, i.e. for 2 years. So I thought Slot would have given him some minutes in the game. Yes, it's his prerogative, it's his right. I saw the same thing this weekend again, where he's still warm in the bench. This notion of forcing Isaac, who did not have a preseason, to giving him all these minutes, to me doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. Alexander Isaac is not going to hit his strides in Liverpool this season, because he missed heavily a preseason. Or he's not going to hit his stride until the back half of the season. If you want to win football games, Mohamed Salah, yes, he's not playing anymore, but you give him some minutes. Federico Chiesa, same thing. I don't understand these decisions that Slot is making. And this leads to this sort of outburst. Now, I know say you want to chime in.
No, man, go ahead.
I know you want to chime in, but we know that Mohamed Salah have certain traits based on Slot or Klopp days that was not indicative of a good teammate. We see Sadio Mane got taken off in a game, and him of course almost pay Klopp because Salah refused to pass the ball. And why is that important? Because in a scenario or a situation like this, if Mohamed Salah has not been a good teammate to others, will teammates behind the door defend him?
Right. Which Virgil reportedly did, right?
According to a report, yeah, I think it said Virgil and them. Virgil, I don't know if them. So then that means a Slot gone then.
Should be gone, but I'm big up to Bubba P's. Bubba P's Salah time expired, brother. That's the problem right there. So I agree. I agree with Bubba P's that. Look, you have fans players, fans, coaches, right? And it would be nice when all three is in synergy, when all three is in lockstep with each other. The fans know who the best players are, the players know who the best players are, and the coaches know what the best team is. Right now, we have dissension amongst the three. And to be honest, in my opinion, the vibe I'm getting from Liverpool fans, they're kind of tired of Salah. They're kind of tired of this act from Salah. I don't think it is like get him out of the club. This brother's a waste, but it feels to me like it's just like, all right, man, we already losing. We're drawing to some bug side. We don't need this right now, right? This is a comment that could have been given at the end of the season. For me, if I was a reporter, and Mohamed Salah tell me that, my next question would be, but you weren't on the field. Why are you worried about that? Because you're clearly not worried about the club. You're clearly not worried about the club and the state of the play and the state of where they are right now as a club. You're clearly not. Based on that comment, it is all me. It's all it is. I feel, basically, to me, to paraphrase, all I'm hearing is, I feel disrespected because them not valuing what I did for the club. All right, that was 2 years ago. That was 3 years ago. That was last year. We're talking this year now. The coach feel like you're not good, which he clearly says in that, where somebody within the Liverpool organization want to get rid of Salah, and he heard that. Whether they told him, I'm here from somebody, he was told they want to move on. But Salah is basically saying, yo, them a disrespect me, dog, because after all me do for them all try to fade me out neatly. And he feels offended by that, which to me is crazy. Because Liverpool not playing well, Salah, you're not on the field. You cannot be blamed for what is going on at Liverpool. So nobody's blaming you. What are you being blamed for? What if he said that they're blaming me? What are they blaming you for?
Well, I mean, we heard the discussions. In fact, we highlighted it a few weeks ago, right? Where a Wayne Rooney turned pundit, the former general himself, Ballas, said that Slot needs to send a message to the group. And we discussed this on a halftime show 2 weeks ago, where Slot sends a message to the group, Salah not defend, him not score, so why the purpose him on the field? Bench Salah and throw every man say, yo, you give him no luck. So I think from a Mohamed Salah standpoint now, this is probably where this so-called blame me situation is coming in. You know, because it's not like the pundit, Wayne Rooney or others probably have said, well, just Liverpool now go on with nothing and this, that, and dog dead and ask how fat. Okay, for the non-Jamaican audience, they must speak a bunch of crap. But what basically, I mean, you know, Wayne Rooney said, and others have said, bench Salah. And Slot has bench Salah. No, we don't say Slot and listen to Wayne Rooney. But has the results really improved? Because the side still a collapse.
So that puts Salah in a strong position. He never said nothing. Just sit up on the bench and go. You don't have to say anything.
The side still move like a dumpy butt side.
So if Kiesa came on and score a bag of goal, and you feel like, boy, I'm going to move on from me, then you forward now. And to make it worse, you are 1 week away from going to AFCON. Why are you worried about this now?
Well, he said he invited his family to the Brighton game, and he doesn't know if that's the farewell game. That could be his last game. Yo, I'm dramatic, eh?
Exactly. Super dramatic. Like, brother, shut the hell up, man.
But I tell the man to shut the hell up.
No,
That's
I am going to tell. I am going to tell him.
dramatic.
Shut the hell up, man. I am going to tell him, dude. Just shut up. No, stop that.
The
Stop
man say
talking.
call him mother. The man say call him mother. Where's that comment? Where's the part of the comment where him saying call him
Okay,
mother?
well, so question mental. Why never defend Trent?
Why we not defend who?
Why did he not defend Trent?
What kind of defend? What kind? We don't know. You have to ask him that. That was not.
The way Salah talking when Trent forward one day and them a boo him, Salah should have stood up and said no. I know so we do this.
And so
Who
we
did
don't
that?
want to disrespect one of our
Who did that?
our own.
But who did that? Jurgen Klopp. Remember, Klopp come out and say, love the energy, love the passion, but we can't boo we own. And this is Klopp post Liverpool. Salah is a great footballer, but
Salah
this
can't sign
event,
at the side now, Junior.
this event is showing what we all thought was going on with Sadio Mane. And Sadio Mane was right. Salah was just younger. And what this shows, and anybody out there that once you're in a position where you are of value, you can get away with things.
Yeah,
when your
you
value
use
is
the
going
thing
down,
Yeah, you use it on leverage.
right. But when your value is going down, the things that you can get away with goes down as well. And that is what we're seeing happening right now. And Salah is uncomfortable with his changing environment. It's very uncomfortable. And it is unfortunate. It's unfortunate to see it end up this way because Salah never get the ratings that he really deserves outside of Liverpool. Within Liverpool, he's loved. Outside of Liverpool, I don't think people rate Salah as much as they should have rated him. And this event right now is just going to make some people look at it and say, see, that's why I never rate him in the first place. Which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
They asked him about the Saudi Pro League. Will he do that? But of course he wasn't. He dismissed that question. You have to watch yourself with this journalist.
No, you have to watch yourself. Period.
You have to watch yourself. Period.
Watch yourself because journalists, they know, and they will look at you. And I'm telling you this, people, when a journalist put an article out there, if they put a name behind it, or put proof that, or say, quote this person, that means the person told him it's on the record.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised when them say off the record. You know, some really hate Honest Lad. Honest Lad is such a a-hole. The man don't want to play me, blah, blah, blah. On the record. Yo, you know, sir, we are in tough times now at Liverpool, but we're going to stay together, band together, we're going to fight, and we're going to build on this team, and that's the brotherhood, and blah, 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 blah. That's how it works. When they come out and put something out there that they can quote the person, it's on you. It's not on the journalist. All the journalist is doing is giving you a bullhorn so you can make people know what you really want them to hear.
You're getting the message out there, Junior.
I'm just helping you. Hey, when you get a bill and your light are cut off, who you blame? The postman? No.
You're getting your message out there. He, regarding the Saudi Pro League, he was asked, of course, we knew there were multiple reports when the discussion around his extension that the Saudi Pro League was significant offers were made. A significant offer was made for his services. He says, quote, this is the part about his mother regarding the Saudi Pro League. He says, I don't want to answer that question because the club will take me in a different direction.
What?
Junior, I don't speak Mohammed Salah. But can you read between the lines on that one? He says, I don't want to answer that question because the club will take me into and maybe there's some things around here around language of course, his first language, I think, is Arabic. So maybe, there are some things that as his emotion get riled up and then he might try convey his thoughts, and not effectively. I don't understand the part where him said the club will take me in a different direction.
He wants to play. I think that's what
it's simple. He wants to play ball. That's simple.
He wants to play football, and he don't want to say something, and then them set him out to sea. Can't make agree to a deal with the Saudi league, and then you come back to your squad and you know a pariah.
Yeah, he want to play football.
But
simple.
however, he might as well just say what he wants to say, because whatever we are implying could be a lot worse than what he really wants to say. Is it better?
No, but
because he could have said, yeah, of course, Saudi League is something I'll think about when I finish my contract at Liverpool. The club now going to sell you December, and the club not going to freeze you out of the team until next year. They won't do that. So saying it the way you say it, make me feel like he wants to go to Saudi League tomorrow.
Okay, man want to play some ball.
He just want to play some ball.
Man want to play some ball. And that's a perfect way to put it. The man want to play some ball. This to the game itself, Leeds, the game ended 3-3. And we know we only have this hour and look a bit for the show, but we don't really want to dwell too much on this and move on. We need to get to the scores of the other thing. The game ended 3-3, Junior. And Slat said something in the post-match press conference. He said that, to paraphrase, he said that they have conceded 10 or 11 goals of corner kicks, or just like that, as in the Tanaka equalizing goal. My question to it is, Junior, you are coach. If your team get butter bruise pan corner, you publicly come say that, isn't that your responsibility to rectify that problem?
No. I think what he's saying is a lack of focus. You cannot train focus enough.
But you conceded 10 or 11 goals. And how many games in a season? 15 games in a season. Yeah. And you as a coach tasked with this responsibility. Because almost me I read into that, say you can't fix the problem, So we are come tell we about now. Tell we about it for what? We come fix it for you?
But maybe there is, and I don't know, but maybe there is a lack of intensity amongst the players that fit what Arne Slot is looking for. Maybe there is some bad vibes going on, and everybody just on them own ish. It's so funny to me on a professional level. It looks like, and unfortunately I've never been a professional footballer. But it looks like everything has to be in synergy for you to be successful, for you to even win. Everything has to be in lockstep with each other. All the ducks have to be in a row. Everybody have to be on this level mental field. I'll go for playing field, but this level mental field for them to be successful. That's the vibe I'm getting. And there is dissension in the camp. There's a lack of synergy there. And Arne Slot is trying to motivate the players in however way he wants to motivate them, and it's just simply not working.
Yeah, I mean, we have heard and seen it all from a long time. We have watched and play and do this thing. Yeah, we hear a manager say we're in a title race, and we hear a coach I tell you how many times them conceded Pancana. Then, Bridget, what you do over there do? What is your job?
But remember, this is the same artist that will complain about the long ball too,
Yes.
Basically telling everybody, we can't defend the long ball, and this team we're playing against, all they want is play a long ball. That's why we lose.
All right. Before we go to the scores, Arne Slot, not Arnold Slot. Arne Slot. Is his job in jeopardy?
Because of the strength of the locker room, yes. From a football side, it should not be. But because of the locker room, and there might be something there, yes, his job is in jeopardy.
Link a bridging. Big up to the family over across the water who was a diehard Liverpool fan. Big up yourself. You know yourself. Big up, big up. And the man saying just kind of just resign for accept whatever the season end up.
Right.
What does Arnold Slot needs to achieve to keep his job? And if he doesn't, is there... We see what going over Real Madrid where Xabi Alonso look like seat might hot upon him or warm upon him. Because today they drop against Celta Vigo. Is there any appetite to check Xabi Alonso? Because he was in the running, are heavily considered. In fact, I think he interviewed for that job. Did he?
Yeah? No.
Did he? He
No,
didn't interview because it was all about Real Madrid.
Yeah, and I think he already announced he was leaving.
Do you link Xavi Connect and see if there's a possibility?
No. That's not happening. No.
What do you do then? Let Slot ride out the season and see how it go?
All right, but your question though, of what will it take to save his job? I think you should ask the other way. What
will it take to fire Arne Slot then?
For Arne Slot to be fired, what state does Liverpool have to be in? And I think Liverpool have to be in 15th and below, 14 and below.
So he's not in fireable state right
the top
now.
10. Huh?
He's not in a fireable state right now.
No, the man with the trophy last year. Right now it is player versus coach. That's what it is right now. And the ownership group will have to decide, is it player or is it coach? And to make it worse for the player, him all. Is it an old player or it is a young coach that came in and win the Premier League title last year? You go with the coach. No.
Yeah, fair enough. And I hear that and I see the argument. But also some of Slot's players that he has transferred and backed and went to hell and high water for transfer in the summer are not really coming to the party for Arne Slot.
And who's to blame for that? Is it Slot or is it the recruiter?
If you are where Bill Parcells say, you can't tell me to cook the food. I'm not allowed to buy groceries. I get the ingredients. So there's no way Slot as a manager would have not signed off and approved on all these transfers. The Florian Wirtz, Isaac. So these are players he must have wanted in his group. And what we have seen from Florian Wirtz is that youth at the ball about the league is a big league for him right now.
Yeah. I still think he's safe.
All right, still he's safe.
I right now he's safe.
Yeah. Other EPL results, family. Of course, we said Aston Villa defeated Arsenal 2-1. Bournemouth 0-0 over Chelsea. Any concern there with Chelsea? I mean, one with them look good against Arsenal.
There is concern. However, for them, I would rely on our senior leadership, not in age, because we know them are one of the youngest squad, but in terms of players that and having the experience of playing out there. Because when you look at the table, nobody's running over the table right now. If it was a table where everybody's running over with it, and realistically Chelsea only looking at the 5th or 4th position, then we have a different conversation, right? But as it's currently configured, Chelsea go out there, them play good today, them do foolishness tomorrow. So does every other team in the league except Arsenal. So right now, Enzo Maresca has to figure out how to fix himself. And it's hard to look at a group of players and say, tone it down a little bit, too much high energy. But then ask them to go out there and play with high intensity and high energy. It's hard. And I think they have to find that synergy. But
so looking at the last 3 games for Chelsea, 1-1 last Sunday, Arsenal, impressive. Many thought that they would have taken the 3 points if it wasn't for the red card. 3-1 defeat to Leeds in the middle of the week, and 0-0 with Bournemouth. So I don't know. I mean, the Moises Caicedo red card probably have them soft.
Yeah.
Man City 3-0 over Sunderland, 2-1 Newcastle over Burnley, Tottenham 2-0 over Brentford. Crystal Palace 2-1 over Fulham and 1-1 with West Ham and Brighton. The table, Crystal Palace up into the top 4 of the EPL table.
But it's a whole seat to somebody, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Junior. Tell us how you really feel.
These teams are benefiting from lack of consistency. These teams are specialists in consistency, in inconsistency. So all it's going to take is a team with a bigger wage bill to figure out some sort of synergy and then just take it over from them. That's how I feel. But until then, good job. Good job. Going into the Christmas break, nobody would have thought you were this high. Good job.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, you can only play in front of you, So if you want...
That is true.
You only can play in front of you. So, Arsenal 33 points, Man City 31, Aston Villa 30, Crystal Palace 26, rounds out the top 4. Bottom 3, West Ham 13, Burnley 10, and Wolverhampton 2. Any thoughts on the table, family, before we step away?
Parity. That's my only thought on the table. Parity. At any given moment, you can have a 2-game winning streak and you're thinking Champions League football, or you can have a one loss and a 1 draw and you start looking at the relegation zone. It's one of those crazy fun season, and we're going to keep checking it every week, but we'll have to look for trends, and that take a while.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is also to highlight this. Let me get that out of the way. The thing is Bournemouth, right? Look how Bournemouth started the season. Now they're all the way in the 13th position. So, I don't know, brother. I don't know, but like you said, it's a very good season, and it's something that's competitive.
Anybody can win at any given day.
Yeah, it's the beauty of it. The EPL fanboys love this.
But you realize though the football is bad though, right?
No.
And what the so-called big teams, they're not ready.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, you don't really care about name on shirt. You just come and strap them up and play some ball. Just like Mohamed Salah want to play some ball, on paper you forward and play some ball. La Liga, quickly, family. Let me take a look at the La Liga scores. Let me pull this up over here and get this crap on line. Real Madrid suffered. The game just concluded, family. I mean, that was a surprise. Celta Vigo does play Real Madrid competitively, but the fact that they ended up losing the game is a bit of a surprise. Why is it so hard for Real Madrid maintain any sort of sustained run in this league? Is it Xavi's tactics? Does he have the right people? Is he missing a few pieces? I mean, I know there was some injuries
with Luka Modric. They are missing Luka Modric. Plain and simple. They're missing consistency, and that's something that Luka Modric.
So isn't that supposed to be what's his face role? The boy there. Jude Bellingham supposed to step into that role.
No. Yeah, but Jude Bellingham is not. No.
So he doesn't have the skill set to play that role.
It's more than skill set. It is. Look, there's a sense of calm, and I know you know this. Me know it. People that have played sports know this. Team sports, the leader of the pack will always have a demeanor to him like, the game might look fast to you, but it's extremely slow for me, right? And I think that's what Modric brought to the table and made all the players them go by themselves. Modric and Toni Kroos. And I think we see them falter a little bit because they don't have that much steel in the midfield. What I mean by steel is strong will hard playing midfielders. They don't have that. Camavinga could have been it, but I don't think he has a specific role. So he's a jack of all trades, but he
Master of
doesn't
none.
specify a master of none. But and Real Madrid is a master of X side, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're missing. They're missing that little continuity, that little comfort that everything all right run back.
Yeah.
Plus, remember the centre backs are just coming back from an injury too, and some of them still.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. Them all right. Barcelona take heed and just run over the league as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're missing that playoff. It's like you said, stitch the group together while they're on the park.
Yeah.
You can the glue, the spice, to kind of bring the flavor, the final product to front line, and they need somebody to fill that void. So Elche defeated Girona 3-0, Valencia 1-1, Sevilla, Espanyol 2-0 over Real Vallecano, and Real Madrid suffered a 2-0 defeat to Celta. Big victory for Celta, big victory. And we don't need to look on La Liga table. We know how that.
Other than, I think Barcelona extend a 4-point lead now, I think, or is it 5 point?
Yeah, other than, we know that the table they are going. I mean,
yeah.
we know the table. I mean, Ferran Torres scored a hat-trick for Football Club Barcelona this week. And, okay, all right, good for you, Ferran.
A come from behind victory too. Let's not take that away from them.
Listen, Football Club Barcelona, they can win as many La Liga titles as they want. The amount of levers that were pulled weren't signed or committed or weren't pulled to win La Liga.
Yeah.
A Champions League, them need to win because La Liga money now go fix the debt problem over that side. Barca 40 points, Real Madrid 36, Villarreal 35, Atleti 31. Atleti defeated Atletico Madrid, which I don't. Atletico Madrid. I don't know. 1 week is good, next week is just. I missed the whole Atletico Madrid when
Park bus, the goal.
Yeah, you play that. You have that old school number 9. You have some dogs in the midfield, and they will defend and score a 1 or 2 goals max on you. And that's all Atletico Madrid I miss. So Atletico Madrid in the 4th position. They suffered a 1-0 defeat to Atleti. Yeah. All right, other football roundup news, family. Stepping away from this, check out BCN Sports headline for all things football top 5, or all things sports for the top 5 headlines. Junior, we cannot leave here without looking at the World Cup groups again. That occurred.
Put a nice graphic together, fighters.
Huh?
We put a nice Go ahead. I'll build something for you.
Let me get this up. All right, so the groups are set, family. I mean, we know where people are playing, and so forth now for the upcoming FIFA 2026 World Cup. Things that stood out for you, groups that stood out for your family, and the group of death.
That's the thing. I don't think there's any definitive group of death. I'm sure some people might pull on one or this group here or there, but the thing that struck me is that maybe the World Cup might be a little bit too big, maybe, because of the lack of quality teams to full up the first round. And granted, I'm not saying Jamaica can beat half of them. That's not what I'm saying, because I'm a Jamaican. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, though, is when I look at that World Cup draw, all I'm thinking about is, can't wait for second round. I cannot point to a game where I have to watch out of the first round. Cannot.
Not even Colombia, Portugal.
Portugal, Colombia, but Colombia is a one-man side. And I don't know I don't know which John Duran, if assuming John Duran even start, which John Duran shows up. Yo, Colombia can't play against Portugal, Benton.
I'm not supposed to, but who knows? That's why them say ball round.
Yeah.
Group A, Mexico, South Africa, and South Korea. The opening game is the Mexico-South Africa game, just like the 2020 World Cup, 2010 World Cup, not 2010 World Cup.
Right.
Group B, Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and the groups with 3 teams. Another team will qualify via the playoff. Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, Scotland. Group D, USA, Paraguay, Australia. Group E, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia. Group G, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Group H, Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. Group I, France, Senegal, Norway. Group J, Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. Group K, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and potentially Jamaica. R, New Caledonia, R, DR Congo.
You just saw people know said a playoffs is happening. Gaga got playoffs.
Group L.
Boys Jamaica.
No, but you have to be in it to have a chance, Junior.
True. And you could have been in it, reveling in your chance if you didn't find a way to score a damn goal against Curacao. But it's okay. I digress.
So, but if they had won that group, they would have ended up where Curacao is in Group E.
Yeah.
Junior. Against Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. So I see what the Jamaican coaching staff and contingents are doing. I see what they're doing because Group K might be an easier group.
Because Jamaica is in it.
Because Curacao are going to get butter bruised in this group, yeah. Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador.
One of us says soup.
Group L, England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
That's a group of that to me.
That's a group of that. That's a group of that. But all in all, I'm looking forward to the tournament. And again, regardless of all the pasa or the things around it, I am looking forward to the tournament. I am not too keen on these high prices, ticket prices, though, Junior, because these prices are ridiculous. These absolutely are ridiculous.
Yo, when Mr. Come post it, but I say, yeah, man, my big screen TV will fit just right. It's okay.
Yeah,
it is okay.
And for those who, in any metro cities, they will have watch along or watch parties on big screen and big things outside the venue. Who knows? Brazil might be here. If Brazil is playing in the ATL and we attend, I think, Junior, that might be the game to go watch along.
Yeah.
All right, now to Jamaican football report. Yawd Ballas. Let's go over there. So for the next 5 minutes of the show, Junior, I think one of the big news coming out of Jamaican football is that Rudolph Austin was appointed as the under 20 coach. It's a good move.
Yeah, and I would question that maybe it's something that should have happened a long time ago. No, I don't know. Rudolph was at where? Portmore United, right?
Yes, Portmore United.
Are you still currently there? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what his coaching regiment is. I don't know how he is as a coach. But what I do know, though, is at his age, I said this is under 16, he should be able to relate to some of these players. And because of the age, and him is I don't want to say a Jamaican legend, but
a good player in his own right.
He's a very good player and very respected player.
Yes, I think that's right. That is the appropriate language. A very respected player.
So when he's dealing with these adolescents, it should be easy for him to transition over, get them ready mentally, get them ready physically. And he knows what overseas football is like. Unlike some coaches or coach big side and only can take plane ride with them. He he actually is a coach. So I think it could be good, assuming that he clicks with the players. Let me put it that way, because this is the start of the foundation. And if this can be successful, who knows what 4 years, 3 years from now will look like when these young kids actually grow up.
Yeah, so he was appointed under 20, the under 20 coach, while Shoshana Campbell, former reggae girl Shoshana Campbell, was appointed assistant for 3 of the youth teams, the under 14, under 15, and under 17 women's teams. And so Michael Ricketts said, they, in his statement or in his comments, he said that they're empowering their own, i.e., I don't know if this is in response to the diaspora call to back your coaches and develop your coaches. So I don't know, but
it's a reset. I think I interpret it as a reset, and I'm going to go against the grain and do something really stupid and give JFF the credit that
I'm gonna give. It's not against the grain. I'm gonna give them credit. I mean, at the end of the day, I can bash them all they want. I think at the end of the day, we can hold them accountable and give them credit when them do things. Yeah. I like the moves. It's incumbent on. I suspect it was a heavy vetting process. I like the moves, and hopefully Rudolph Austin and Shoshana Campbell can make significant impacts, because we need it. We need it. They, of course, the U20 boys getting ready for our upcoming tournament, and we have the U20 girls tournaments coming up. So we need it. We need it, family. We need it.
Right.
We need it. So good luck. And also regarding Austin, I mean, a former midfielder himself, and he should see the game and see it well. And that's the important thing. Michael Ricketts says, quote, "I can say that this is a deliberate act to ensure that we empower our own past players instead of bringing in strangers who sometimes lack the commitment. So yes, this is indeed a way that we have decided to go." So Junior, this is maybe the way of the future. I want my drop words, man.
Who you think about drop words, man?
Steve McLaren. Come on, the man said, quote, "I can say this is a deliberate act to ensure that we empower our past players instead of bringing in strangers who sometimes lack the commitment." So yes.
Clearly it is Steve McLaren. And is he right? Yes, he's right. This is one of the times I'm going to agree with President Ricketts. He's right.
Well, I mean, this is twice. It's 2 times within the last 30 minutes, Junior.
You want to go for a third?
Yeah, go for a third.
I hope moving forward, because he can start in Rudolph Austin, have a good first half of the season, and then Jamie come up, no, Jamie, whatever one, they come up now and, well, you're doing well, the players looking well, but to get to the next level, we need a coach from the next level. So here we are, we're bringing in former Liverpool coach Arne Slot to come take over. And we paid Arne Slot. Remember we paid you, because remember, we came out of FIFA arbitration or FIFA embargo. So the money is good. We pay you all your money already, Rudolph. But here we know, Arne Slot win Premier League title and he won $20 million a year, US. We're gonna figure it out. But you get your $5,000 US plus your stipend. You're good. Go coach Portmore United and then go win the Caribbean Cup and you come back after winning the Caribbean Cup and say, finally Jamaican football is back on the rise.
Big up BM says he's talking about Hal Grimson and McLaren. And I didn't mention Hal Grimson because you can't carry feelings all this long time because Hal Grimson gone from long time.
Except BM. BM still vex. I vex still.
But again, for that joke aside, and BM says Ricketts is the perfect politician. Yeah, man. And for you to attain these positions at Jamaica, you have to have some sweet mouth, as my granny would have said.
Right.
Have to have some sweet mouth. But, let's see how they go about it. Again, we want to see, Rudolph Austin. I want to emphasize that I think that Rudolph Austin improved Portmore. I think he improved Portmore. He provides stability, and them, in fact, we watched them. In fact, they defeated Junglist Arnett Gardens today in our Premier League. So I think if provide the resources in a couple of years, Portmore should be contending for the Jamaica Premier League title under Austin's watch if he continues to grow. I'm gonna say right here.
Statement, sir. I've
been that impressed with his work. The team is improving and is improving significantly and has improved significantly. No, make we see.
But so Xavier Gilbert, this is the same Rudolph Austin that Xavier Gilbert is stick up himself with one day, right?
I have no what same Rudolph Austin that Xavier Gilbert do?
Was it in Portmore United Xavier Gilbert they talk ill about? I get the head knock off right before Melissa.
I try to remember, so they must say the defensive approach or something like that.
Yes, the defensive approach.
BM will remind us.
It was that's who he was talking about. So that sounds like a shot that movement.
All right, let's get
someone say Austin have it's not failed because he's still at Portmore. He has graduated to a better position. I think that's a better position.
Yeah, let's get to the Jamaican Premier League results. Guy, we're pushing up against it, family.
But said it something going on.
Oh, yes, the results. So you already.
But that's cool.
Okay.
Can't do that next week.
Yeah, BCN Sports have our own score update. Yo, you see some of us now keep up, myself included, now keep up to the time. BCN Sports have our own score update. So let me go over BCN Sports. But we have the results up, and as I get this thoughts on the results, family.
Spanish Town Police have started them first. Because I think Harborview waxed them, right? And that Harborview recently announced a new coaching staff and a new technical staff. And they made some changes to their staff and brought in some new players, I believe. And it looked like they're off to a good start.
Harborview did that.
I think so. Hold on, let me find.
No. All right, so we have Jamaican scores up on the screen. The Jamaica Premier League. But some games concluded since you last updated, family. Let me crop this and get this expanded. So Harborview defeated Spanish Town 5-2. No, squadded them now. This is just after Melissa, right? So this is the first round after Melissa. And Squaddy, aka Spanish Town, was not in a good position before Melissa. Junior, It didn't seem like it improved after Melissa.
Why would we think it improved? Now, big up to the coach, because remember, ever since them question the coach's license, it's like the legendary coach just
Bradley
Him a look
Stewart.
for, yeah, look for Rudolph Austin to get under 20 job and him will get fee in penny pop every week.
But Junior, Harborview is one of the worst team in the league.
They are the worst team in the league.
And so, and we often wonder what's going on with Harborview, but they suffered they picked up a significant victory over Spanish Town. It looked like Spanish Town might be one and done this year in this thing.
Yeah. Hey, no question. It's over for them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see if we can find that. Or was it Harborview FC were put on the post?
Yeah.
But somebody.
Dunbeholden 0-0 with Mount Pleasant, Portmore 1-0 over Arnett. Racing game on Malines concluded. It's 3-2. Racing defeated Malines. And what else? I like that. Other games.
Yeah, so just to confirm. Yes, so newly appointed head coach for Harborview is Vassal Reynolds. And Kean Broderick has been assigned as the assistant coach. They have a completely new technical staff and brought in 3 new players. So watch out for Harborview. Let's see how this transpire. And you know what too?
Yeah.
I think Harborview FC, the Harborview Mini Stadium.
Yeah.
I think Harborview Mini Stadium has probably one of the best background aesthetics in all of the Caribbean for a stadium. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause remember them have the Mini Stadium have the mountain right behind it, the hill right there. Yeah, the mountain right behind it. And
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
yeah, it's one of the prettiest sites.
No, but pretty or not, if you now win football games, people don't care about that.
Well, that is true.
So this is a start.
And that's why they made the changes. So
this victory is probably a coach's bounce.
yes. So Vassal, let me go down the full technical staff change. So Vassal Reynolds is the new head coach. Kean Broderick is the new assistant coach. Akeem Larman is the goalkeeper coach. The team manager is O'Neill Smith. Nicholas Beckett, assistant coach. Christopher Harvey, assistant coach. Fitness coach is Jeremy Owen. And they welcomed in midfielder Tyrone Harrison, 28 years old. Kalanji Watson, 19 years old. New striker Tyran Bembridge, he's 16 years old. And midfielder Trey Bennett, 26 years old.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Cavalier play Montego Bay United at 5 p.m. and Tivoli Gardens take on Waterhouse. I'm looking forward to watch the Tivoli Garden team with this player, Nekea. Where I slip my name, but he's a local player who's a very exciting player. I think he wears the 10th.
The live wire.
Yeah. Racing implemented a new system, a new formation during the break. I guess it was effective. They defeated Malines 3-2. I don't necessarily need new systems or a new system to defeat Malines. That should be a formality.
And that's weird that Racing did that, because Racing was one of those teams that started hot.
Yeah, and that's also another thing I want to ask you. Like, I mean, from a standpoint, Racing was right up there in terms of, I think they were second or third in the table.
Yeah, and they played a bunch of games. So
yeah, so they
at one point they were undefeated.
Today, so the fact that they decided to change the system was a bit strange to me. After having some success. So. Well, it's a proactive coach.
I hope the coach is not overcoaching.
Now wait for bad things happen.
Right.
Him just a way must see the thing preemptive,
Yeah.
Yo, I that time for go we are. We're not gonna touch the player performance this week, because come on there. Big up come on, and we don't touch on schoolboy football unless something Junior want to highlight.
Nope.
BM says it's a shame. Let me get this comment from BM True. BM says players and coaches change, but the people in the JFF hierarchy remains the same. It's a shame. Comment moving up here.
It's a shame what has happened to the once great Harborview FC. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See it there. Where them name? Star of the East. That star that blink from dim from Wadi. All right, that's enough, family. Anything you want to highlight before we go, man? Yeah, big up to all the new subscribers. Stay tuned for BCN Sports daily headlines coming up in a few hours. We'll drop that later on. Big up. Leave a comment in those headlines, family. But anything else you want to highlight before we go, yeah?
No, we just watch and see what transpires. The Mo Salah honest like Liverpool watch is on.
Yeah, when you go to practice tomorrow and you see Mohamed Salah, what will you do, Juna?
Why? I have to be a professional and just swallow it. I don't want to reopen the conversation, but if Mohamed Salah said what he said without coming to me and talking to me as the head coach first, then there's nothing for me to say to him. Nothing.
Yeah, but big man things, we're adults. We can have a conversation. We don't have to be on the same page. I mean, Mohamed Salah talk him thing, and as a coach we talk, and then if that him feel, practice, and then whatever punishment him deal with it. You know what I mean? And just...
Yeah, but that's part of it though, because if you voiced your frustration to me in private and nothing came out of it, then by all means go to the press, and then I come back to you like, yo, brother, we just had this discussion, remember I told you this, blah, blah, blah. Why you never come to me a second time? But if we never had that discussion, they go to the press first, I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah.
We'll come and practice. We'll practice as normal. I will treat it like, and this is just my personality, I will treat it like it never happened.
Okay.
And I would be so normal towards you that you will feel like me a bad mind you under the quiet. When I'm really just omitting you out of my consciousness. Like, you're just another player at that point. So
yeah, coach
that's what I would do.
Coach cannot carry side girl feelings.
Oh, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. And I was, well, I know the show done, but I was thinking about this. I was going to highlight this point. The coach is on the poster. He's the representative. Everything that goes right with the club or goes wrong with the club, the coach is always the low-hanging fruit that you can draw for. But the results on the field is determined by the players, which means the coach is highly dependent on the players. I am highly dependent on you to make me look good, right? I know for a fact my strategy will work. I know for a fact my formation will work. I know for a fact that I can stop this brother from scoring. But I need you to have the same belief as me. And if you come out and do that to me after me have been so dependent on you, is that side girl feelings. You're not a part of my plans, or you're not a part of the dream that I have, because you clearly want to sabotage it. Go on with your business. That's all I would react.
Yeah, coach, move with side girl business. Coach, hey, by the way, before we look at the table, JPL, Jamaica Premier League table, Mohamed Salah, in fact, I'm put up back in picture again. Mohamed Salah, no, that's slot. Mohamed Salah, speak frequently, because this is good for BCN Sports. This is good for Ballchat, BCN Sports. Yo, the video that we dropped last night, the headlines garnered so many views because of Mohamed Salah. So, Liverpool fans, yo, just take one and recognize just recognize Mohamed Salah to keep talking, just to help us, BCN Sport, and get reviews up. In fact, we
big
may
up
have
to
picked up more subscribers. So,
I was just about to say that.
Mohamed Salah, if you tomorrow again you want to come out and say something else, please be my guest. Say it, because this is good for BCN Sports. And the Liverpool fans them will understand.
Hey, you realize not one Liverpool fan show up to the public leader.
Bubba Peace is the only man that present. So Bubba,
Oh yeah, but
Bubba tell them
yeah.
say, tell the rest of Liverpool fans them say, just understand say BCN Sports welcome these comments from Mohamed Salah. And
Want to coach Fabi Frano.
Coach missing, man. Big up yourself, coach. Big up. All right, you know, I don't want to partake and entertain Manchester United junior
The show done.
celebrating this sort of fiasco over Liverpool. Just from a BCN's perspective, this is good for BCN.
Yeah.
You know. All right, JPL standing before we go my way out. We can't go home without highlighting. Montego Bay on top with 22 points. Portmore 21 in number 2 position. Racing 18 and Cavalier 13. I guess Rudolph Speed now have time for
do what?
things.
You don't have time to do anything. No, I said that.
Yeah, I have time. Mullines and Spanish Town at the bottom of the table. Boy, Spanish Town can't look. Arnett Gardens in 12th position.
Now, remember though, Arnett Gardens still have 2 games to play. They're still 2 games behind.
Yeah, then still 2 games.
So they could win both their games and be on 3rd place.
But Chapelton play the same number of games and above Arnett.
Chapelton only play 8 games, right?
Yeah, and Arnett played 8 games.
7. Arnett played 7.
Well, according to this, Arnett played 8 because they played today.
Oh yeah. So today
And they lose today.
Yeah. Oh well. All right.
In fact, them get 1-0 today, right?
No, Arnett. I hope Tivoli play
Yeah,
what? Tivoli
Portmore
play what?
defeated them today 1-0, according to
Yeah.
this. So, it's a bit strange what I'm going over there, so. It's a bit strange. Time for go my yard family. One final story before we go, and this is serious and significant. Shaka Hislop Jr. We can't leave BCN Sports without sending our best to Shaka. Shaka announced this week that the diagnosis and the treatment prostate cancer, and he's undergoing treatment for it. Junior, Shaka, one of the youth is a good youth. Good youth. And
Remember, he had that episode on TV too, you know, remember?
Yep. Wishing Shaka Hislop all the best. All the best. And his family.
And for all the men out there, prostate cancer, especially men from the Caribbean diaspora, prostate cancer comes with some stigma when you think about it or you talk about it, and you know, Caribbean men, especially Jamaican men, stay. The thing that we should know as men is do the test regularly, and this is the most important thing. The finger test it exists, but that's not the primary way of identifying it anymore. It's a blood test. And I think Shaka kind of talk about it with the is it PCL or PCI or P something? There's a PCA or whatever.
Yeah, PCA. Yeah. Prostate specific antigen.
Yeah. And when you get that number, it should you know what the numbers, the range is, right?
Yeah.
So do the gentlemen, including myself, I have not done one yet, to be honest. But when we get to that age, first of all, do your regular checkups. Go to the doctor every year, do your checkup. Know your status, where you are physically, good, bad, or indifferent. and get it fixed. We are in the modern age now for those that are living in an area that they have access to resources. There is enough resources, there are enough resources out there that can fix majority of the things that can ail us once we catch it early. But it's on us to go out there and do the due diligence. And again, prostate cancer comes with a lot of stigma to it, but it is not what you think. It's not the finger test. Yes, they still do the finger test, but you do the blood test. First, you do a urine test. And there are certain symptoms that comes with it. That if you go to the doctor and say, boy, me a peep enough, all right, let's check and see if everything all right down there, right? If you frequent urination, they can't control it. Check. Or if you have your urine strain is low, man, we know if things are right. Check. And this is the beautiful thing where I want to get to it. The treatment. It is not, the chemotherapy is not like old-time chemotherapy. Majority of the men with prostate cancer are doing what I'm called targeted treatment, where you're literally taking a tablet. It's literally a tablet. So you saw what happened with Shaka, where Shaka said that his prostate cancer spread to his pelvic bone or whatever, because it spread fast. It's very quick, very, very fast. Get tested, gentlemen. Get tested.
Yeah, man. Can't say it better myself. I probably would have leave out finger test.
Well, that's what it is. And,
But
and the other thing to Benton, the other thing too,
yeah,
because we don't know what causing it, but you want to realize prostate cancer is growing in the States,
yeah. I mean, incidents of some of these things are growing. I mean,
And I'm going to say it.
yeah.
Young men, because I'm not young anymore. This honey pack thing, don't take them things, man. When we are young boy and we are grow up mental and we are chop wood, we don't have to take the honey pack. No, honey.
Why when you're giving this advice, I want you to speak directly into the camera as I elder in our business. Yeah, swim
Well,
on the
when we're a young boy and we're chop, I don't need all the pack, brother. One Guinness. And if you have a bunch of serious works, you take a dragon. And some tea, So them little, what they call it? Artificial things. Fellas, stop that, man. And stop eating one bag of McDonald's and Burger King. Eat some ground provision, man.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Leg of the ramen noodles too.
Leg of the ramen noodles, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I'm not eating a Burger King tonight.
Shaka Hislop, big up yourself. Legend, and we are sending all the positivity to him and his family, and whatever it takes. I know all the men, and because men and women go through some of these thing, and of course women go through prostate cancer, so but they have other forms of cancer. So the health and wellness of each other, it takes one to help another one, and so the messaging, hopefully we can. If I want to listen Ballchat wherever from Kokana, wherever you are, and you decide to go out and get your assessment, I said we have done our work, done our work. But Shaka, want this one get taken care of. Take care of Shaka. The ancestors take care of him. Legend.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Time for go my yard. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to Junior for giving the advice to men. Take care of the health. And women, of course. Yep. We got on the road enough.
I'm looking at the video here of Mo Salah reaction to the fact.
Wait, you have a video of Mo Salah? What? We're still live, you know.
Yeah, what is?
Yeah, Mo Salah, all right, yeah, man. Look at more family. Take care. Have a safe week, family.